start with a response to the news about Colin overnight, just from the players' perspective, how big a problem it might have been?
Look, it was a club decision to send him out there, and we fully support the club and we fully support Colin, so we're right behind him and do everything we can to get him back here.
Did the leadership group then have a say in his demise, I suppose?
No, it was a club decision and we support their decision fully.
Did players talk to him, Lee, to sort of like let him know he needed to lift things a little bit and get himself up to the standards that the rest of the group were?
All players get regular feedback throughout the course of the year and every week, so Colin was no different in that regard, and everyone got feedback, and Colin's got feedback as well.
Do you believe he can make it back to AFL?
Yeah, certainly. If you don't have to look back a couple of years and you look at Michael Walters, he went back there, came back, and now he's one of the best small forwards in the competition. There's no reason why Colin can't do that, and we'll give every resource to him to achieve that, and I certainly hope he can. And hopefully in 6 months' time we're standing here talking about how good his comeback has been.
Is his attitude or desire for AFL questionable at all, or commitment to AFL?
Look, Colin will go back there, work really hard, and hopefully he comes back, and that's what we want to see, and that's what we're hopeful to see.
Have you guys spoken to him since this decision was taken and sort of like checked on his state of mind and know how he is, how he's accepted the news?
Yeah, we're all in regular contact with him, and Colin will hear back from him soon.
What are the key targets that he needs to hit, specifically from the player's point of view?
I believe it was fitness standards they didn't adhere to, so that's some targets that he'll have, and that'll be between him and the fitness staff and the coaching group.
Just from your own perspective, how hard would it be to maintain the workload, given how hard you guys work together to maintain it on your own?
It's certainly going to be a challenge for Colin, but I'm confident he can rise to that challenge and come back bigger and better, hopefully.
Do you think Michael Walters might have a word in his ear because he's experienced the same sort of scenario?
Yeah, certainly. He could reach out to Michael Walters and he could give him some advice on how he dealt with it in the best way and the quickest way to get Colin back, because that's what we all want to see.
Lee, did you feel by training with him, by watching him, that he was lagging behind and not meeting the requirements as a player yourself?
He's been in rehab a lot of the pre-season, that sort of thing, and building back from his ankle injury and slowly building. So I haven't seen a lot of him on the team training track, and that's where he's been trying to build to.
Who will oversee his development at Peel? Is there anyone on the line from the club that will certainly monitor him closely?
We've got some development coaches that go down there and they insist on game day, and I'm certain some development coaches will be out there checking on Colin, helping him along the way.
Lee, noticing a lot of your training drills when you get into match simulation, Chris Mayne spending a lot of time as a defender. He played well as a defender in one of the derbies last year. Is the club, do you think, looking to him as a possible option down there, particularly with obviously Michael coming back from back surgery and Luke getting a bit older every year?
All players train different positions, and Chris May's no exception. We want versatility through our group, and the more players that can play more positions, the better for us, because in games things happen and blokes go down. You need to be able to stand up and fill a role, and the more players we can have play a variety of roles, the better we're going to be.
Does he show a bit as a defender, you think? Obviously he's a very good second or third option in attack.
I think Chris is a great competitor, as you can see, in the way he tackles and chases and pressures, and that's his strongest attribute. So I think he can play a variety of roles just based on how much of a competitor he is.
Up forward, Taverner and Aitness, how do you sort of progressing their development at the moment and taking over or assisting Pav at the moment?
Yeah, they're coming along really well. Michael Tabner and Matt Tabner and Michael Aitness are training really well and are performing, and as you can see on the track, they're taking a lot of marks and working really hard, like all players are trying to do.
Is there scope to have all three working in the same forward line?
I think it's a question you have to ask the match committee.
You do have a few not out on the track at the moment. Can you sort of give us any insight into what's happening with Michael Walters, Zach Dawson? We see Daniel Pearce out there doing work at the moment, so he's obviously sort of like building back after some issues.
All players are on individual tailored programs, and we manage players' loads and all players on different programs, different times, but we're all going really well and all players are going to be up and going.
Any word on Sandilands? Obviously not out there today.
Yeah, he's another player that's got a tailored program, like all players I said before have individual programs, and he'll be progressing and hopefully he'll be back on the track really soon.
The NAP Challenge, your first match is still a month away. How are the guys feeling? It looks like from training you're almost getting to the point where you're ready to play, but it's still quite a way away. How's the group feeling about where they're placed and what are the expectations going into the NAP Challenge?
Our real strong focus at the moment is just getting through the next block of training. We're not looking too far ahead at the NAB challenge or round one or anything like that. We're really focusing on trying to get the best out of training what we can, because we need to improve, and it starts with training, as cliche as it sounds. It's the next session and trying to improve each week.